On today's show, we have an update on the developing hotel in St. Nicholas. Plus, on today's show, we also will talk about a scary trend when it comes to women drinking and driving. And MEP leader Evelyn Weaver-Cruz discusses women's social issues. 15 on 15 starts right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl. While a hotel in St. Nicholas was in the process of being developed, one of the main stakeholders passed away. This has stalled the project. However, it is now back on track. The vision in attracting more tourism to St. Nicholas is in the works. The hotel is set to be developed.
My brother has plans to buy the hotel from the rest of the family, explore the hotel, and get the main street looking a little better. It's there much too long. We are in a process with the notary to get things ready for the sale.
The notary has approved the process. Financing for the hotel has been approved by a Dutch bank. The investment is an estimated $2 million. This is more than just a business to generate profit. It is a family's wish to see their hometown prosper.
I want St. Nicholas to be a little brighter because that's the city where I was born. So I want to see it looking much, much, much better than it is right now. The refinery closed and there are no other possibilities. While maybe a touristic area would be also good for St. Nicholas.
A casino is also part of this vision for the hotel in St. Nicholas. The Minister of Tourism says the ambiance in St. Nicholas will indeed be different from Palm Beach. There will be more culture, history, more local artistry, local music, and of course more. Now, good thing Aruba's tourism sector is diversifying its markets and expanding because according to the CEO of AHATA, we need to further develop this primary economic pillar. The association is conducting research in order to improve Aruba Tourism Authority's marketing plans.
Well, I think the most important thing, Frida, is to understand you're talking 85%, maybe 90% of Aruba's economy depends on a successful tourism industry. You cannot do things by chance. You cannot let things go unplanned. It's the future of our country. Our people's lives and their livelihoods depend upon things being done properly. So when the consultant came to us and said, look, we're going to talk to everybody, we're going to look at what's happening elsewhere in the world, we're going to come back and you may hear some things that you may not like, but if you're going to move forward, if you're going to be successful, if you're going to put in place the kind of organization that has to be there for Aruba to continue to succeed, then we're going to tell you exactly what needs to be done. And
let's talk about sports for a minute. If you are like me and have never really gone involved in a vigorous workout or activity, try this. Yes, beach tennis. ATV's sports anchor, Kadochi, and I stopped by the new Tropicana Beach Tennis Clubhouse to see what the tourist perspectives are on the sport. So far, it's making a good first impression.
Well, I just got here 2 hours ago. This is my first time in Aruba. And I don't know, just kind of a real chill spot. People drinking, people hanging out on the beach. It's like a good time.
And what do you think of the sport?
Looks like fun. I kind of want to get out there, to be honest with you.
It is fun, and it may seem simple, but the competitiveness and energy of the sport on the court proves that players are passionate about the sport.
I think it's more competitive than it is relaxing. Yeah, I see when they lose they're not very happy. So I would definitely say more competitive than relaxing.
A pro beach tennis player and someone who is part of BTA couldn't have put it in simpler terms to get beginners to start.
When you're first starting out, you have to get used how to move in the sand, but it's not technical. It's like giving a high five to a ball with a racket. So it's really easy to do and fun.
When we come back, we'll have more. Stay with us. Don't drink and drive is a message that we are all aware of. But driving under the influence amongst women in the United States have increased by 29% between 1998 to 2007. Meanwhile, DUIs among men have actually been on the decline since the 1990s. One of the reasons is due to societal shifts. Societal shifts over the past few decades have led to an increase in the number of working women, who often have long commutes to and from their work. Also, guys no longer automatically take the driver's seat when they're out with their female partner. It used to be the norm for the male half of the couple to do all the driving when they went out. Also, the increase in DUIs could be due to popular female-oriented social gatherings centered around alcohol. For instance, there's girls' night out, bar hopping, and even bachelorettes. On top of those factors, female biology plays a role as well. Women are smaller than men on average, and their bodies contain a lower percentage of water, which can dilute the effects of alcohol. It takes fewer drinks for a woman to reach that legal alcohol limit when driving. Now, you know those do not disturb signs you can put outside of your hotel room? Well, you might want to get some of those for your desk as well. It turns out interruptions during your workday at the office can make you feel exhausted all the time. This is according to a new study. Researchers surveyed a few hundred people to see how often they were interrupted during a typical workday, as well what their overall stress levels were during the month prior to the study. They found that the more people were interrupted, whether it was because of a person stopping by, or an email notification, or even a phone ringing, the more mentally drained and physically exhausted they reported feeling. Scientists say intrusions can cause the body to overproduce cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which can leave you feeling more tired. There are some mistakes grocery shoppers are making. Let's see what they are. For one, don't try to avoid crowds at supermarkets. Retailers know that most people shop on the weekends, so that is when they offer their best deals. Also, know when you are low on detergent, because this product goes on sale regularly, so make sure you stock up at the right time. We have been taught to search high and low, but don't avoid eye-level products because retailers are placing some of the best priced items right in front of you. Grocery shopping is a one-person job. Don't feel obligated to bring your man along, ladies, because it has been proven men are less strategic when shopping and tend to throw more impulse buys into their baskets and carts. On that note, here is what we've got coming up next, so stick around. When I had my interview with MEP leader Evelyn Wever-Cruz for One-on-One, there were many things addressed. There were female social issues, possible solutions for the island's deficit, and a very optimistic third economic pillar.
Evelyn Wever-Cruz is the first female leading one of the two main political parties. One of the issues discussed during our interview was the inequality of wages between men and women.
We have a platform in which we need to brainstorm on this first and then put systems in place where someone can come and complain about it, because that is the first thing we need to know. Where is the problem exactly? How is it happening? And how can we address it? So this center where you can come and complain, and it needs to be investigated, of course. You cannot go about complaining and accusing someone without investigating it. Mm-hmm. And then take efficient steps towards a solution. Once this system is in place, the ones that are abusing the system, paying less for the same kind of work, they will know that they're being checked. And once they're being checked, we are sure that it will start going into the right direction.
According to the MEP leader, refinancing Aruba to fix the governments is more important now than ever.
We now know that Holland will not help us anymore in going on the capital market because we are not in compliance with everything that the IMF and the Fitch and Standard & Poor's are stipulating. Mm-hmm. But there is still a market out there to go and refinance the debt. In the expenditures, we need to we need to set the priorities differently. We need to prioritize and really make the expenditures that are really needed at this point in time. Not so many travel expenses, party expenses, as we call it.
Evelyn has a theory that if more loans are granted, Aruba could have another economic pillar.
We want to incorporate like a development bank where everybody can come and the development bank will help you set up your business. We are thinking about cultivating shrimps or planting or producing our own plastic cups or foam cups, things like that. You come to this development bank and they will not just lend you the money. No, they will make sure that you become a successful entrepreneur. So they will teach you and you will learn everything about labor law, payroll, cesantía, everything that not everybody knows, but is very necessary to run a business. They will lend you the money. They will hold your hand.
That is our show for today. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune in on Thursday night starting at 7:15 p.m. for our election edition of 15 on 15. We'll see you then.